G?
What up?
G.
Gee, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. That was your
T.
addition.
Yeah.
I like that. Welcome to episode 24. Here we go. On Eclipse Day,
Hmm.
which I
Yeah.
think I think it already happened. If
It's
I
happening right now.
It's happening right now. That's what I thought. Okay.
Yep.
Do you feel it? Do you feel the energies?
I definitely feel a shift for sure. I
Yeah.
woke up so tired, like obnoxiously, like not in my body, kind of tired. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to overdo the caffeine like I usually do. I'm just going to allow. And maybe an hour and a half ago, I started to like feel awake and I was like, oh, this is interesting. What does this shift mean? What am I letting go of?
Oh, getting into the metaphors already. Love it. Well, before we jump into check-ins, I would like to introduce the lovely, beautiful, fun,
I love this. This is great.
uh, stimulating,
Hmm.
energizing, uh, kind
Oh, that's nice.
girlfriend named Hannah.
Yeah. Hi. Hi, Hannah.
Hannah has joined us to have a honest
Hmm.
and real conversation about relationships.
Hmm.
So before we jump into that, let's do some check-ins. Uh,
Okay.
shall we start with the guest first? Would you
Thanks.
like to check in for the
Yeah.
week?
We talked about mentioned the eclipse. I'm feeling it.
Mhm.
I felt it last night hard. I woke up at midnight for no reason and then
Yeah,
couldn't go back to sleep until 4.
that's
And
brutal.
I don't that doesn't usually happen. It's like because of a thing. Like
Hmm.
my anxiety needs to work out something. Okay, I'll be up. But I wasn't. I was just awake. I was just awake. And so I got like an hour of sleep and then 2 hours of sleep. And then here I am.
And then here she is.
But
And
I've
you,
been feeling it all
Mhm.
this last week, the building up to uh, whatever today is. And then today I did feel a shift. There's not words yet for what that shift is, but
Mm,
maybe I'm just too tired to be scoping it out. And that's happening.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
What does that shift feel like in your body?
Well, like a week and a half ago,
Uh-huh.
there was a lot of uh negative feeling.
Mm,
Um, I think I think that was pretty at least national, if not global, with everything that was going on.
yeah.
But there was a nonverbal, like I just couldn't, I just felt bad, really bad.
Mhm.
And I've been processing some stuff in that. But also little things like I've been meaning to clean out my car for like 3 months and I'm like,
Mm.
and now I'm gonna do it. And uh, you know, all other little universal
Mm.
lineups, like I needed to go take my car to the shop and well, I have a nail in my tire, so it's gonna happen today. Like there's
Right.
not any delaying that
Yeah.
kind of thing. So that's also been a little bit of the feeling is just finish that, just close that
Hmm.
loop, just clean that
Completed
up,
it.
just
Yeah.
complete that thought that you've been putting off.
Yeah. And since it's a solar eclipse, it deals with more seen things
Mhm.
than unseen. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
Also, Hannah, can you tell the audience your big three?
Oh, I am a Taurus sun. I am a Taurus rising, and I'm an Aries moon.
Fire and earth. Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Beautiful. Anything else that you want to say about your week?
I have a celebration. I
Yeah.
haven't told you. You knew this already, but kind of. Am in grad school, and I just got my grade back for my first course, and I got an A.
Nice.
Yeah, after not being in school for very long, it was definitely a challenge to get my brain kicked into that mode.
Hmm.
And I got an A.
That's awesome.
Congrats.
So great.
That's awesome.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So good. How about you, Lindsay? Want to check in from this week?
I'm starting to feel like a normal person after a migraine that lasted like 3+ weeks.
Yeah.
So starting to come back to life, I feel like.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else? Say more.
Should we should we get into it now?
Um, well, are you going to say more about relationships? Should we hold off?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Is that all
There
you
were
want to say?
some big things that happened this week that it's like, okay. Yes.
Okay. Do you want to do that in the check-in right now, or do you want to do it after?
After. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Um, for me, let's see. Well, first of all, today my dog got lost on the trail that I walk,
Mm,
and I was very scared. I was like, "Oh no, I'm gonna lose him." I had all these like scary thoughts come in, which was interesting because uh, I think a part of this eclipse season for me is um, related to my fears of loss
mm,
and and also like I was listening to some astrology stuff and it's true like right now all of our fears about anything that we attach to are coming up and for us to examine, do I really want to continue to believe this? Or can I shift into something different that actually serves me? So it's
mm,
just really interesting that that came up when I was looking for my dog of like this fear of like, oh no, I'm gonna lose him. Even like I lost my cat back in April
mm.
and I had this belief come up that I just lose animals that I deeply love, which is really sad, and not true. I mean, true, but not true, right? Every single time.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, that was interesting to notice. And even before that happened, I was on the trail and there's this tree that always grabs my attention. And I just like stood there for a minute. And I heard the tree say, uh, your desires are completely valid, even if the outcome isn't what you wanted.
Mm,
And that's really beautiful because it's a reminder to not question yourself and your desires or your feelings when something doesn't pan out the way that you really want it. Because we can tend to do that, right? We can tend to be like, oh, I shouldn't have had that desire, or I shouldn't have felt that way. But that's not true. And
right.
actually, that perpetuates self-doubt and
Yeah.
self-criticism. And
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that I was doing that
Mm,
in some ways inside of myself. And
mhm.
it just like opened up this like freedom. I was like, oh, yeah, it doesn't have to be that,
Right.
you know? And so it's interesting how we can get caught in loops that we're not even aware of until we're aware of it.
Mhm.
And so that all happened today, by the way. Um, other than that, let's see. I had a good work week. What happened? Oh, crazy theme. I'm just gonna name it. Okay. Throughout this like week and a half, I've been watching movies with the same theme over and over again. The first movie was Mrs. Doubtfire. The next movie was
Good
She's
one.
the Man. The next movie was Hot Chicks. And then we saw the new movie, the big
Big,
bold
bold,
beautiful
beautiful
life,
journey.
beautiful journey.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, all of those movies, you're seeing people swap perspectives in some way.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
which we do in North Node.
Yeah.
Instantly. Um, and so that really drew my attention. I'm like, okay, universe, you're wanting me to really examine different perspectives
Yeah.
that I could really like adopt
Yeah.
if they fit like in align with my truth, right?
Yeah.
Which is so so funny because it's like it makes sense with the Virgo and Pisces because they're mutable signs. That which means they're changeable, which means that they are good at taking different perspectives.
Hmm. Hmm.
So that was that was really cool.
Hmm.
Isn't it cool?
That was very cool.
This is
Yeah.
wild. I was like, wait a minute.
And
I'm
those are
watching
like
another
movies
movie.
from like you're pulling into the vault
Yeah, like it's
and
not
like
new
let's
movies.
just watch a comfort old movie and it just the theme goes over and over and over again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wow.
it is wild.
Hmm. It's cool.
So yeah, overall good week. I started the GAPS diet
Yeah.
protocol,
Yeah.
and it's been really helping my gut.
Nice.
Yes. And I'm gonna get I know this is gross, but I'm gonna get a stool test
Yay.
to really explore like even more of yay
Yeah.
even of what's going on. Thank you for celebrating that. Yeah.
Yes.
What's going on in my gut to really like support the healing. So it's gonna happen. It's happening.
Good.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. So let's get into relationships.
Hannah, I really want to know what's it like dating a psychologist?
It's it is awesome.
That's great.
It
That's a
really
great
is.
question.
It's one of the things that I love about our relationship is how like we'll be working through something and we have some kind of conversation or I'll go through something and I have multiple times like relayed that interaction to my therapist and relayed what Liz has said and
Mm-hmm.
they'll be like, of course she said that. Like that was like I think they even used the word drop the mic moment, the last relation like the last thing that I said, like that was expertly handled. So
Wow.
I really appreciate
That's
that
great.
and that comes from not just being a psychologist with the knowledge and the expertise and the learning that you've done, but also like the work that you've done personally too.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
but that is really, really fun. Yeah.
Mm.
I like it. Yeah.
Thanks for that.
So there's a lot of Scorpio in my chart and there's a lot in my 12th house. So I like that Liz goes to the like what's underneath this and like let's look at what's behind everything. Like that's such a draw to me in a partner is what's under here, you know?
Mm.
Yeah, it's really I like that a lot.
Amazing.
Hmm. Yeah.
That's good because it's my jam.
Huh? Yeah.
That's a great question,
That's a really
Lindsay.
good question.
Yeah. Awesome. Um, did you want to go into more questions or where shall we go?
Yeah. So, I mean, to follow up with that, are there any moments where you're like, damn it?
Okay, this is
Why can't we
funny.
just like, I don't know, exist? Like, why does she have to like psychoanalyze me? Like, are there moments like that?
It's pretty humorous. There was the
That's
last
funny.
one on Friday night. We went to go see the movie and we had a very real like it was lovely, but we also had one of those real conversations afterwards.
Yeah.
And I don't remember what it is that you said to me. It was a compliment and or something along those lines like you deserve love or something like that. And I said yeah, and she goes, can you like are you receiving that? And I said yeah. Like
She does that to me too. She's like, can you just like receive that for a minute? I'm like,
I can.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah. What did, that's so funny. What did I say?
It was something along the lines of like I deserve to be treated well
Really well.
or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I do know that, but there's a process. I am learning it.
Mm,
And so sometimes I can receive the gift, but I can't open it. I can't like put it on. I can't see this is mine now. There's a
yeah, there's a
process.
process.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I said, yeah. I said, yeah.
What did I say to you?
You laughed really, really
I
hard. You
did.
loved it.
I
Yeah.
did. I was like, you're being so sassy, and I love it.
Mhm.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
She supports your sass.
I
That's
do.
good.
I absolutely love
Mhm.
it.
Yeah.
It's lovely.
Yeah, that's the only like there isn't anything that I would be like, oh, that's a downside
Hmm.
to you being yet. I mean,
Dot dot dot.
dot dot dot.
Continue.
Uh no, not psychologist. It's really interesting to me. I mean, I'm in grad school to become a therapist, so we're like we similar like interests and stuff. So yeah.
There was one interaction, it was earlier on, and I can't remember exactly what it was about, but I think I said, I said, how does it feel to say that?
Yes.
But I said it in a way that was like, I guess it was sassy.
Yeah, it didn't
It was a
that
bit
did
sassy.
it didn't actually feel like you were it didn't feel like you were actually being a psychologist or a therapist and like how does it feel to say that? It was like you had a motive. You didn't like what I said. And so you were like, how do you feel about that? It was like you're therapizing me right now.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I said something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Because I think I was actually annoyed by your
yes, I
response.
think
I just didn't say it.
right. So that's instead of just saying, I don't like that you said that, you said,
Yeah.
how do you feel about saying that?
Well, I said, how do you feel? Yeah, how do you feel
Mhm.
about what you said?
Like, well, why don't you tell me how you feel about what I said?
Mhm. I mean, I think that that can be a challenge to date somebody who is a therapist is because we're so used to like focusing on the other person
Hmm.
that we don't tend to say how we feel.
Right.
So it can
Yeah.
perpetuate that sort of habit. But I'm usually pretty good about saying how I feel.
Yes, you are. Yeah,
I work on that.
yeah, you are good about it.
Thank you.
Hmm.
Same thing with like dating a spiritual aware individual. They can they can see certain things sometimes and you're like, but I'm really self-aware. So when somebody's just blatantly wrong, it's like, good try.
Yeah,
When I like pat them on the shoulder, like, good
good
try.
try.
Trying to use your that's cute.
Yeah. Mhm. Do you want to go into that more?
Sure.
Since we're here.
Yeah, yeah. It leads into a very interesting blow up that I had on Wednesday, which I think Mercury moved into some sort of
Did
big shift.
Libra and then Virgo moved into Venus. So you.
Yeah. Welcome home.
Yeah. But yeah, it shifted some things in a difficult way in terms of communication because Libra is not supposed to be in Mercury.
Mm-hmm.
So Mercury and Venus had to like help each other,
Hmm.
which
Hmm.
was a little bit of like shaking things up for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 I'm really proud of myself because I set a boundary and this person did not like this boundary that was set. And then all of a sudden projected all of their shit onto me, thinking that they were reading into me and accusing me of, my childhood fears and my childhood traumas um and I was just like, okay, hold on, like let me hold
Yeah.
myself accountable, let me feel into that, where is there truth there? And I'm like, no, I'm not afraid, I'm just annoyed and frustrated with you.
Yeah.
And so this person has a pattern of talking over me, um out texting me. So I just let them go. I was
Yeah.
like, cool, I'm just going to get a novel. Awesome, which I received a novel at multiple.
Oh my gosh.
And then I was like, this is tiring. You complain about your patience for me, but you don't recognize my patience for you. You consistently over talk me like all the time. This is not a healthy dialogue. So go cool off. And I think I literally told them like use all your spiritual acknowledgments and skills and go and like, you know, use them in this moment. And then of course that backfired because they were like, you're dismissing how I feel. And I'm like, no, I acknowledge how you feel. It's just how you're communicating how you feel is so inappropriate. This
Yeah.
is not a dialogue. This is not a healthy conversation. And this is not the dynamic that I wish to find myself in. And so I silenced
Bravo.
them and I haven't and I haven't responded. I'm like, this is part of the loop that I'm like not even gonna acknowledge or even interact with anymore because like there was an old part of me that would be like, let me fix it. Let me make everything better. Let me say what I need to say and have you understand it. But actually, like I don't need to.
Mhm.
I fully validate how I feel and I fully validate my experience and I don't need to over explain, especially when this person's going to talk over me. Like, cool dude. Have fun with that.
So
Yeah.
how much information you can get about a person about how they respond to a boundary.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
True.
Yeah. Yes. And it's been a consistent thing that when I set a boundary or when I say no, there's a tantrum.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what in the world? And at first, like, there was, again, because playing into an old pattern, there was that part of me like, oh, let me silence myself. Let me, like, make you feel better. Maybe I'm in the wrong. No, actually, because that wears me out. That's tiring. Like,
Yeah.
I've spent too many years being silent. I spent way too many years being quiet just for the other person to make the other person feel better. And
Yep.
so I'm really grateful that I'm not even energetically like trying to make it better.
Good.
You seem lighter. Like
Yeah.
you seem like, okay, you've talked like that's something to note too about
Yeah. Thank you.
this disengaging from this cycle,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
as difficult as it might have been,
Mm-hmm.
of that's not on you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Right.
This is interesting. So your Venus is in Virgo.
Mhm.
You have your sixth house in Jupiter. So you're like, this is totally in alignment with what's happening because in the area of love, you're learning new patterns.
So I'm right on time.
You are right on time. And because it's in your Jupiter, it's helping you expand.
Yeah. And I feel
More
expanded.
space instead of shrinking.
Yes.
Which is so interesting because I'm now in my living room. There's more space behind me,
I
right?
know
Like
that,
usually
yeah.
there's a wall like
You
right behind me. And so it's so interesting. I'm like, I need more space.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cool.
Yeah.
Ah, so you're like you are being proactive to take care of yourself.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome. Bravo.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. That was this has not been easy.
Oh, that's not easy. That's not an
No,
easy
this
place.
has been tough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really good. Love that for you. Anything else that you want to say about that?
Well, continuing into uncomfortable conversations.
Yeah.
Would you like to take the lead for this?
Sure.
All right. Where do we want to go all the way back?
Well, okay, I'll
Well,
say this.
yeah.
We'll put this in the context of
Oh, this is her cardinal Aries moon. Love it.
what tell me wait.
You're initiating.
Yeah, right. Mhm. Um this relationship with Liz has been different than any other relationship that I've had for lots of different reasons. She's my first girlfriend.
Mhm.
Um, and I, there's aspects of that that's new and different, and it's feels like the first relationship I've ever had.
Mhm.
I think even in that, um, there's been a like, well, there's a whole bunch of dynamic shifts from me. Like the scripts that I've always had, they're not available. And in that, I think what really came up as we started to like, okay, I'm starting to really feel real feelings for this person. Um, where I would have been a little bit more on the anxious side in other relationship dynamics where I'm kind of chasing and I'm kind of pursuing and I'm kind of like, are we good? Are we good? Are we good? I was like, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. We gotta slow. And maybe we even have to like break and like shut off. And that was even more dysregulating for me because I mean, never even had to deal with coping skills for that.
Mhm.
I've learned coping skills for the desire for, okay, I feel that need for the attachment feeling to hit that dopamine or whatever. Let me pause, let me ground, you know. But with this one, it was, what do I do? And um, I think another similar thing, which did come up, is the way that I have dealt with a lot of things is to avoid the hard conversations. And you know what you were saying about shrinking back and be smaller to like try to take up less space so the other person has more space. Um, that started happening. And so I was avoiding conflict, I was avoiding Liz, I was like, and just not having conversations. And that ended up in a relationship rupture
Mhm.
that was how was that, a month ago? A little over a month ago?
Maybe like a
Month and a half?
month and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else you want to say?
Um, yeah. I think early on, uh, like I was super excited about like dating you and like pursuing you.
Mhm.
And I think I went more towards like really like I mean us Leos, when we love something, we love it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I know. I know.
We love big. We're so in our heart and it expands and then we express it and we want to showcase it, like put it
Right.
on display. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So early on, like I put a lot of focus on us and and the breakup that we had, and I guess it was right before August.
Mhm.
Um, it like it made me recognize, I think even before that, it was right before that, I recognized, oh, I'm putting too much of an emphasis on us. Like I'm putting a microscope to it. And that's when I actually started doing like the nightly walks. And I just like zoomed out a bit more. Um, and I also think that I maybe even like closed off my heart a little bit because I was scared. I was scared of getting hurt again.
Mhm.
Um, but it helped me like recalibrate my needs for myself versus focusing on a relationship. And that was really good. Like I needed that. What else do I want to say about it? So, do we want to go into like the breakup?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. So, it was it was right before August,
Mhm.
I believe. And we had a conversation. We had two conversations.
Mhm.
There was one where I visited you and we were in my car, and then a phone conversation.
Yeah.
And for me, when we were in the car just chatting and hanging out, I could feel something was there.
Yeah.
It felt like a wall or like a barrier. And I was just unsure at that point of what was happening. Um, and I remember on the drive home, I was talking to you, Lindsay, and I was like, I think you asked me a question of like, what does your intuition feel? What do you intuitively sense? And I was like, I don't know. Like I feel like I emphasized I really feel like we could work on whatever is happening and do it together and move through it. I was like, I believe in that. And then I was also like, oh shit, what if this is like we're gonna break up? And so yeah, that was
Mhm.
my remembrance of it.
I think one of the things that I love about you and in this relationship is your honesty. And it's not something that done in such a way that is so new for me that I'm learning how to react to it.
Hmm.
Um, it doesn't, I'm anticipating the reaction. I'm anticipating
Hmm.
uh, something that doesn't ever happen. Like she's just honest. She just says it. So I was filling in the story. I was like, oh, she's gonna do this. If I say this, then she's gonna do this. Or if she feels this way, then XYZ. And I think one of the things that I really appreciate about where we are right now is like staying in the present.
Hmm.
Because both of us, I mean, we've been hurt before. We've had heartbreaks and relationship ends, and so we can anticipate it could go this way, it could go that way. Um, and we're not going in blind.
Hmm.
And it can be really tempting to try to figure all of that out. Like, well, let me secure it. Let me make it real. Let me make it concrete. So I know what's going to happen and I
Right.
don't have any more anxiety. um, but that it's for me, that was sabotaging it. Like, well, I can't say this is going to happen and I can't make this
Mm.
concrete. And, I can see all of these paths, like you were saying, like I could see us working together and it being wonderful and beautiful, and I could also see us breaking up. And so the having the honest conversations and having the real talk and risking hurting feelings or causing disappointment or even causing a breakup by having the conversation,
Mm.
I was like, I'll just avoid all of that and end it. Like, because it's too much. It's too much for me.
Hmm.
Um, and what I remember talking, so it was, well, we had a phone conversation the next day,
Hmm.
and I was feeling all of these things. And again, I wasn't saying anything. I was just telling you, I'm, that was word for word quote what I was saying. There was other things,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the main point.
but I was also avoiding the topic,
Hmm.
and I am going to publicly apologize because I
Oh,
made her break up with me.
Yeah.
Like she didn't want to, but she was like, "It sounds like you want to break up," and I'm like, and
Oh.
um, and so like there was a week after that.
Wait, before we jump,
Hmm.
uh, I remember saying to you, what does your gut say?
Mm,
Because you were talking about like struggles with self-trust
mhm.
and I was like adamant, like what like I will accept whatever outcome as long as you are being true to yourself.
Yeah. Thank you for
That's
bringing that up. That's
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Like that's the most important thing to me. Like
Mhm.
I don't want a relationship where the other person doesn't want to be with me and they don't feel like it's a true thing for them. even if that means like not having you, because it just doesn't, in the end, it doesn't work.
Right. It always implodes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you for reminding me about that,
Yeah.
because that was an instigation for a whole like mantra for the last month and a half for me, of that I did have a lot of struggle with trusting myself and what is it that I actually want.
Hmm.
Um, I went through a really painful breakup in November that was like had tendrils that were, not, it was not a clean breakup. And there was a lot of like, what what is it that I want? I don't even know. And is what I want even good? That was that level of distrust for myself. And when you said that, of like the most important thing is to build trust with myself and like reconnect with that gut and that intuition. And so even the act of right now in this moment in this phone call, I need to be done with this relationship.
Yeah.
And that started off a, you know, I want to, I wish I could shout out my therapist, but I don't want to because they're just so great. But
Yeah.
um, they gave me kind of I asked them like, how do I start to build trust with myself again? And it's, what part of my chart turned this into a step-by-step process? Because they did not give it to me as a like, as a list of to-do list, but I turned it into one.
Yeah.
Um, of first you have to know yourself and like look at it like, this is what I'm doing, and not go to this is what I should do or this is what other people want me to do, but this is what I do, this is who I am.
Hmm.
and and then from there you like, it's like they said, it's like how you build trust with someone else. You get to know them first and then you get to accept how they are.
Yeah.
Like, is this something that I want in my life? I mean, you don't have that much of a choice when you're yourself. Like, you can't fire yourself or end a relationship with yourself. But um, okay, I know it, and now I'm accepting it. And then from that place is then you start to have, I love this part of me. I love this aspect of me.
Hmm.
And um, I remember, I'm jumping ahead, but I'm going to do this anyway.
Yeah, that's fine.
I remember the morning after, it wasn't, we hadn't even like gotten back together yet, but we had a weekend that we spent together.
Shout out to Lindsay for
We should,
suggesting
yeah, we
it.
should go into that. But I called up my best friend and I told him like, this is what's happening. And this is what I told Liz, I want you.
Mhm.
And similar thing of like, I don't know if you want me now that I've told you all of these things that I've been avoiding, but I do want you. And just, it was like the security wasn't coming from what her response was going to be. The security came from, I expressed myself
Mm.
and I know what I want. And if she says no thank you, then I know that I let her know what I wanted. And
Right.
that has put me on a much more like, okay, this is what I want. I'm not either trying to avoid conflict or trying to be small and tiny to,
Yeah.
it was,
Yes.
that was a good,
Very courageous step.
it was a reset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's such a vulnerable step. And I have been in the space of laying my heart on the table and being rejected. And then being in a new situation and laying my heart on the table and being rejected. And I'm
Yeah.
still in the space of, I'm not guarded. I'm just more of like, are you going to meet my standards now? Right. Like I'm starting to like display my heart slightly differently, but I know what it's like to be in that space of, okay, I mean, you could potentially reject me after I forced you to reject me. And so here I am, laying my heart on the line.
Yeah.
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 Also, I want to go back to something, Hannah, is that you said that you were avoiding the conversation because you were filling in the blanks in your head.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so how often do people do that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They are avoiding the conversation because they know that person so well. I know what they're going to say, so there's no point. But do you really know what they're going to say?
Well, exactly. And you rob the other person of
Of that
actually
experience.
experiencing what they
Mhm.
want to express.
Right. Right. And even if they get mad, even if they do follow through with what you think that they're going to say, like, all right, but that's for them to learn.
Yeah.
That's for you too in that dynamic to learn how to like either shift the pattern or for you to learn how to validate your own emotions. Like for me, shifting the pattern is to not engage with this person right now.
Yeah.
Right? Like
Yeah.
that's a big shift for me of okay, cool, I'm gonna silence you because I just can't.
Right. It's nuanced. It depends on the
Yes,
situation, the dynamic.
yes,
And I actually think that like if we can just speak it, it dissolves it because
Yeah.
so often we just have these stories like running around in our mind and then we don't say the things that we need to say
right,
over and over again and we build this invisible barrier between each other. You can see it on like a romantic relationship level. You can see it in the collective.
Yeah.
Like look at the collective and how we are having these stories and we're believing these things about certain types of people.
right,
We're not actually open to hearing them
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
in so many contexts.
right.
That's really good. It it uh reminds me of did you watch Grey's Anatomy?
Hmm.
Yes. Like
Briefly,
seasons and seasons and episodes of like would be gone if you just asked the question or said the thing.
That's
right,
There'd be
really
no
funny.
episodes left because
That's
it's
really
like
funny.
I like you. Okay. Instead
yeah,
the walking around on
That's so
tiptoes.
funny.
And I wonder, I'm externally processing right now. I wonder if we don't want to do that because it is a big surrender. Like
It
as
is.
long as we have this narrative of I'm going to control this so that this person does this.
Yep.
And it's a sense of control over the other person when really
right,
we don't have that.
It's true.
right,
It's an illusion.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
So as long as I, didn't have this conversation or try to, you know, be the kind of person that I thought you wanted me to be, or even like guess what kind of person someone wants me to be, and
Yeah.
then decide, oh, I can't be that, instead of letting them choose.
yeah,
It's a control thing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Well, and it then speaks to how people feel so alone, even if they're in a relationship. It's
Yeah.
because I'm not actually showing me
Yeah.
to you. Like you don't actually know me because I'm just creating an image and trying to uphold that image
Mhm.
so that you're okay and I'm okay to some degree, but it's like a cheapened version of connection because you're not actually you.
And when,
right. And honestly, it never actually works because that was the dynamic with my ex-husband, and I was always like, "But you're not." But you're not. But hello. But but what do you feel? But what's your view? And it was always like, ah, toots. Let it go. You're so in your head. You're so emotional. Ah,
Call you
toots.
toots.
Yeah.
That's wow. Are you from the
that
1950s? Like what?
that expression, yeah.
I mean, I kind of like
Oh,
it,
no.
but still,
No. No.
no, no,
No.
just
Like
no.
every once in a while it was fun, it was cute, it was playful, but like no, when you're constantly being dismissed
Oh
and
yeah,
when you're actually like saying, trying to get at the root of the issue, and constantly like being shoved away. Oh, it's in your head, it's in your head, it's in your head. But then it's like, no, actually, it was never in my head. Like he'll
right.
even admit it now. He's like, the last time I talked to him, he was like, no, you were right. And I was like, yeah, I know I was right. Thank you.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes,
That makes me want to like sidebar, recommend that movie that we saw on Friday.
so good.
Big, bold, beautiful journey. Margot Robbie, Colin Farrell.
Yeah.
So
It
good.
was so good. Every scene, every like the cinematography, the lines, I loved it.
It was beautiful.
I looked it up. I made the mistake of looking it up and it's getting really bad reviews. Don't look
Is
at
it?
that. Yes,
That's
because
insane.
people are cynical and snobby. It's beautiful.
Dude, Lindsay, you would love it.
Yes, you would.
I
I
feel
have no doubt. I've seen the previews, and each and every time I'm like, oh my God, I want to see it so bad.
it's so good.
Maybe I'll take myself out on a date and
Good.
go.
Yeah.
Do it. Yeah. That's great.
I said that because you said motherfucker, and the motherfucker drops in that movie are perfect. They're just
Yes.
like
It's true.
perfectly timed.
It's true. It's so good in so many ways.
So should we go into the weekend?
This weekend?
The weekend, no,
Or
the reunification weekend.
Oh, that sounds very official.
Yes, the one that Lindsay's so
Yes, let's go into
gratefully,
that. Let's
yes.
go into that. Okay, so let's set up some context.
Mhm.
I was driving to the place.
Where we were originally going to go together.
It was glamping.
Mhm.
But then because you broke up with me, or I broke
You
up with
broke up.
you,
I made you break up with me.
um, I invited Lindsay to go with me, and so I
We're
was
gonna make it be a North Node brainstorming session. We were
yeah,
ready.
yeah, we were gonna do like some really cool spiritual stuff and talk about North Node.
Yeah.
So I'm driving there, and I think you texted me asking if we could talk,
Yes, it
right?
did.
And so, do you want to go into that?
Um, well, I believe it was a Friday, and
Hmm.
so therapy's on Thursday, so Fridays usually have a lot of therapy. But I just wanted to be like, I want to give it another chance. I want us to try again. And you can say no, of course, but I remember because this is the lore. We had met up on that Wednesday
Yeah,
and
that
we said the things. We had the uncomfortable
we
conversations.
did.
You know, you told me that you were angry at me for
Hmm.
me making you say the words. And I told you about like what I was acting like really, really afraid of in our relationship.
Hmm.
And you were like, well, I wish you would have told me that. Because
Yeah.
that's, you know, and
And we decided to go back to the place that we met for our first date to like full circle complete it, which I want to tell the audience, if you can do this with someone that you break up with, if you
yeah,
can go and meet with them and do a moratorium
yeah,
of the relationship and close things out, say the things you need to say, complete
yeah.
it, give feedback if that's what the other person wants. It's so beneficial. It completes it. It doesn't leave it hanging. It doesn't leave you feeling like, oh, I feel like this is not complete. So big recommendation. If you can do that, it's so worth it.
And not everyone can
Not everyone can.
because of a different dynamics, but
Yeah.
I did feel like, okay, we completed it. We said the things. And then the next day I was like, oh, well, now that I've said this, and she's said, well, I wish you would have told me.
Mm.
I would like, well, like now that we've said it, now that we have this new perspective, can we try from this place? And so that's when I called you on Friday, and I'm like, I would really like to give us another chance from this spot now,
Mhm.
and where we're saying the things that I've talked about my fears and I've talked about my concerns openly instead of just filling in the narrative of, well, I that means it's not going to work. And giving her a chance to say, yes, it's not going to work, or no, it's not going to work,
Yeah.
instead of filling in the gaps. And so I called you up and asked you for that. And I think your words were, well, this is a plot twist.
Like, oh, curveball.
Curveball, that's what it was. Curveball. This is a curveball. And I'm like, yep. Hey.
Hi. And I remember I got to the place and I was like, all right, I need to go. I'm gonna think about this, process this, and I'll get back to you. And we also said, I was like, I'm sad that you didn't go with me.
Yeah,
And you're like, I wanted to say it, but
I'm
yeah,
sad too.
I'm
Yeah.
sad too. Yeah.
Mhm.
So then I get there, Lindsay, you get there like I think I don't know, like 30, 45 minutes after me.
Mhm. Yeah.
And um we go out to dinner and when we get back from dinner, we're walking down to the place and I'm like, man, I kind of wish that like she was here. And you're like, well, invite her.
Yeah, like immediately. It was, I
Yeah, I
was
was like,
like, what are you doing? If that's what you want.
yeah. Yeah. And when you said it, like something in my chest was like, oh, like I felt like
Yeah,
this.
you immediately had the sound of, oh. And I was like, I mean, hello.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you can do this. So I was like, okay, I'll
Yeah.
text her. And
Yeah.
I texted you
Mhm.
and yeah.
And I was like this, I also felt that. And yes. And of course there's all in the other voices of like, well, you have this going on and you said you would do this tomorrow
Hmm.
and is this too big of a bolt move?
Big, bold,
Big bold beautiful
beautiful
journey.
journey. Yeah.
And but it was a yes, I want to do this. And it was also so romantic. Oh my gosh. Just, yes, I'm going to drop everything and I'm going to drive through the night
Hmm.
to 2 hours to just, I don't know what was going to happen. Say hi. Like,
Yeah. And
just,
you texted, you're like, well, where's Lindsay gonna sleep? And I told Lindsay about it. And
because
she,
here's my
That's
story.
cute.
Here's my story. We are broken up.
Right.
I'm not going to assume anything.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, you have all of the like, you're making requests, and I'm just gonna take exactly what you said and just interpret it that. Lindsay is there, you're inviting me. Okay, where's Lindsay gonna
it was so funny. Remember when I told you that? And you're like, you you looked at me with such a great look. You're like, bro.
Oh yeah.
I could read it. I could read the energy so well. It's like, are you kidding me? I'm leaving.
Right. Wake up.
Duh.
Dude, that was so funny,
That was really funny.
bro.
Bro.
So then you left like an hour later or something like that after the text.
Yeah, so I knew that Hannah had a long drive, and so I'm doing the bestie thing. I'm like, okay, like make sure that you're staying in your integrity, make sure that you vocalize what it is that you want and what you need, and
Right.
don't override yourself, be true to who you are, and
Yeah.
think big picture, but also think like be present here right now too.
Yeah.
So like, like pep talk, right? And then I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, are you good? Like,
That's like,
okay.
yeah,
And
I
then,
think so.
yeah. And then I left with like, I don't know, 30 to 40 minutes for you to be on your own,
Yeah.
like totally solo so that you could like,
Ground process.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, be in
Yeah.
the space, be in your body and be present. And so that way, by the time Hannah arrived, that you would like not be like, I
Yeah.
don't know, too much forward motion. Yeah.
I want to pause and say, like, that's something else that I feel like has been different for me in this relationship is the uh not just honest with each other, but honest with the people in our lives
Yeah.
and having that feedback. I think there's so much of relationships. I mean, the instruction that I got being raised of like, you don't speak bad about your partner because
Mm.
you don't want to besmirch his reputation or something like that.
Mhm.
And that just ended up me hiding a lot of struggles that I was going through.
Yeah.
And so like this is a timeline jump, but another conversation, like we all three of us had brunch together and we just had the conversation that we were having. And I
Yeah.
really appreciated your insight and you're like, hey, I'm seeing this and
Yeah.
and like calling up my friend the next day and he's like, yes, you're asking for what you want. I'm so proud of you. You're doing that. Like having that real feedback into a relationship from other people.
Yeah.
Who and other people who care.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, other people who aren't just like building up a image
Mhm.
of that person and being like, "Oh, fuck them. They need to change. You don't need to change."
Yeah.
And they're in the wrong, right? Like so often that happens, and then it's like, well, I can't talk to you about this then
Yeah.
because I want to be with this person.
Right.
So I'm so grateful for you and then you having friends like that too, where
Mhm.
you can trust people to be with the ambiguity and that it's two realities coming together and it's gonna be messy and we don't need to like blame people and
Yeah.
pick at them and point fingers, right?
Right.
Like that's unnecessary and not helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know we derailed, but that was
That's
important
okay.
for me to
Yeah,
say
that was a good message.
uh, because that's what you did in that weekend is like be a friend to her and then give her space to make her choices
Yeah.
without,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you were so supportive in that. Like thinking that you were gonna like stay there initially and then being like, that's okay. I can go.
Yeah.
Even though I know you said that like when you were on your way, you said that you felt that you wouldn't be staying there that night.
I did. Yeah. That's the thing about like being a friend with an intuitive.
Yes. I'm
Is that like, yeah, I had packed, but I knew I was like, this isn't, I don't think that I'm gonna be staying, but okay. But it felt right to go. And so I was like, okay, this is interesting. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
that actually, like, I think one of the the things that we took away from that weekend was that ambiguity and like act and responding in the moment. So you're like,
Mm.
you're checking in. It feels right for me to be here right now.
Yeah.
Even if there's like a prediction of it might end up this way, it might end up that way, but right now,
Mhm.
this feels right. And
Yeah.
that's where we felt in that weekend of like right now it just feels really really good for us to be in a relationship with each other.
Hmm.
And there's like you have question marks and I have question marks that we can't answer right now.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if we had if we were omniscient, wouldn't it be wonderful? And we would have no questions for the rest of our life. But that's not
It's not
possible.
this.
That's not this.
Yeah.
And so to like, okay, well, what feels right now?
Hmm.
And that's to be in this relationship.
Hmm.
I mean, we did joke the whole time that we were broken up and like since we're not in a
We're
relationship
not
anymore.
actually in a
We're not in a
relationship.
and and then we left it that way. And that weekend we're like, okay,
Right.
like we're gonna go our separate ways and we're gonna think about it for a couple days. And because it's like I was the one asking for another chance. I was like, you let me know when you want to be in contact again.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Because I was really expecting, I think you mentioned something about like, give me like 2 or 3 days. And so
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not gonna,
Hmm.
and it was the next day. What went through your mind of like to go from, yes, give me 2 or 3 days to I've thought about it. I know that I at least want this right now.
Um, I think that has a lot to do with my Aries and Jupiter and my North Node in Aries is like, as well as uh my human design being a 3-5 with a sacral response
Mhm.
is like when I know,
Mm,
Yeah.
and it's just done.
yeah.
Like I will listen to that. And I remember having doing a meditation and I could sense that that was the right decision
Mm,
and I could see it, like I could see images of it, of me and you together
yeah.
and it feeling good in my body.
Yeah.
And so I knew and I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'll tell her like 2 to 3 days. But I have a tendency to know right away. But I'm just gonna like release any sort of pressure
Yeah.
off of me or anxiety about
Yeah.
it. So yeah, that's what
Mhm.
happened. Hmm.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the thing too? I think that in your like nightly reflections, there were
Mhm.
some things that changed after that too about like trying not to predict the future. Try, I'll have to go back, but there was a shift for you too that I could feel of like
Yeah.
being here right now
Mhm.
and um and appreciating the now
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
oh, it was that's when we started saying the future will reveal itself.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. The future will reveal itself.
Yeah, there was a shift in that because, I think if we speak to like a central theme, every relationship has like a central thing that they have to continually like go back to and process and figure out, right? Ours has been, I want children, and you have
I
children.
have a lot of children. One beautiful, loving, big family.
Yes,
Yeah.
beautiful. And um and so my mind was like going binary with it of like yes or no.
Mhm.
Yes, stay with her. And then I have to accept that I might not have kids. No, meaning ending the relationship. I'm gonna go um date somebody who wants kids and wants to have kids soon. And so I hit this like moment of a perspective shift of, well, is there some sort of other alternative option in this? Of like,
Mhm.
yes, I am not gonna what's the word? Like invalidate or leave behind or abandon that desire to have kids. Like I'm going to have kids. Um at the same time, what if there's a different structure? Or what if I don't know? What if I don't know what's gonna happen?
What if nobody
And
knows what's going to
yeah,
happen?
exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
And why stick to a certain binary? And maybe that's okay too. Like no wrong in that either. Uh,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
in that period of time, I felt the pull
Yeah.
to move towards something that I hadn't like experienced before, and not or and move towards like a future that like, yes, I know that I don't know what's gonna happen, and I know that I do want kids. Um, let me be open as
Yeah.
much as I can be. And also I love her and want to be with her. And so this is where I am right now.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the like right now feels in my body
Hmm.
feels, yeah, the answer is yes to being
Right.
here in this relationship. And I think that's another thing that I'm like dropping lots of narratives, like one of the narratives that I just like has I've been working on intentionally shedding off of me is that like relationships are successful if they last only if they last forever.
Hmm.
And having been in two marriages that haven't lasted forever, that I consider successful marriages
Yeah.
because we did what we needed to do in that time. Um, that there's still that echo of, well, don't you want to know if this is going to be that one of those things?
Right.
And the answer is we don't know. And I think that both of us know that we don't know.
Yeah.
And I also want to validate too that for other people who are like, well, to use your example of like, I want to have kids and I don't have the knowing that I want to be with this person or that this person is right for me right now, then that's an easy choice. Like,
Right.
no, thank you.
Yeah.
Right.
Like don't invalidate that the desire. I don't think you are, and I'm not either. In fact, that brings me to like this wonderful conversation that we had on Friday
Yeah.
where I I expressed to Liz that I'm feeling a lot of like putting myself in your shoes of having this ambiguous future, and I'm like really wanting to like get like you need to go for what you want. And there was a lot of like, and there was some storytelling too, of course, because that's some habits to break. But then you really honored me and you put yourself in my shoes too. And that was a really powerful moment.
Yeah. Do we want to?
Yeah, that perspective switch that
all the movies were like, hey, get ready. Yeah. Because what did I say to you? I was like, what would you do if you were me?
Yeah. And I said, I would be me if I were you. So what would what would I be doing if, we went around and around in circles for that one.
Yeah.
But you were like, if you put yourself in my shoes, if you were in like with my life that I have, with the wonderful children that I have and the career that I'm starting to wanting to launch and being in school and all of those things, that would be like, I'm at a different point. I'm at a different chapter.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I didn't tell you this, but I went into some astrology. I'm learning astrology so much. Like it's a second, like I've always been interested in it, but she speaks it fluently.
Yes.
But I was looking at the eclipse and my North Node and your North Node. Speaking of North Node,
yeah.
Shout out to North Node. Shout out to
That's so good. You said that. That's great.
So my North Node is in my first house.
Oh, okay.
Which is about like me being an individual.
Yes.
Like me being me. And I have moved from the South Node, which is like
Libra, which is my North Node.
So I've done the like sacrificial, like giving and giving and giving and giving, and I need to move towards self. Wow. That's my goal. And so like I had kids pretty, like my kids are older. I had them pretty young. I gave a lot. I'm still giving a lot. But now my journey is like,
wow.
And like I need to expand myself. And yours is to build a family and like build your,
and still be in self because it's Aries. But very much like Lindsay and I have been used to our South Node of being service to others and being the caregiver, the one who steps back and allows people to take like advocate for themselves, or we advocate for them. Like that's Libra. And so that's really interesting that
I don't know what that means, but it is like to be able to have,
right? Yeah. Okay.
To have that perspective and to share that I feel like us closer together, and I felt really understood by you. And that was, that's relationship, is to see the other person.
Yeah, it is. And I remember sitting there being like, I was thinking about it, and I could feel like me merging with you and being like, okay, what does it actually feel like to be her? And I was like, I think I just listed things off. I have 4 kids. I'm in a living space that I don't fully like. I'm working really hard in both massage therapy, because she's a massage therapist. Shout out. Groundwork therapy. Thank you. Groundwork therapy. If you need a massage therapist. And I'm a grad student. And I was just thinking, like, there's no way I want more kids. Not right now.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't fully see that. I mean, that's a lot. It's possible, but it's also a lot.
Yeah.
And so like, I think this is I'm very mindful of time passing. So I'm like, how long have we been recording?
Um, maybe like a little over an hour.
Okay. So I want to like wrap it all up in a little beautiful bow box. Um, the and in prefacing all that, I lost it. Okay, so we're like sitting in the ambiguity of that.
Mhm.
And we're like, oh my gosh, well, that's hard, right? Like,
Mhm.
and then I had the realization that even if you start off a relationship and you're like exactly on the same page with every single thing, which never happens anyway, like that's unrealistic.
Right.
Right? And you're like, this is exactly what we're gonna do, and this is how our life is gonna, and I've done that. Like that was my first marriage was like, this is how we're gonna do things. There's no way, like life is so unpredictable and life is so chaotic. There's gonna be things that come up where like there's ambiguity.
Mhm.
There's difference in opinion. There's difference in priorities. There's difference in the vision. And how do you navigate that? And Liz, that's like one of the things that I want in a partner is someone who can navigate that.
Mhm.
And that's what Liz does is, well, we're going to start by expressing our feelings honestly. And we're going to like, we're going to have responses instead of reactions.
Mhm.
And we're going to be able to put ourselves in like each other's perspectives and then be able to sit in that, like, yeah, that there's not an answer for that. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So I'll see you Sunday. Like, you know,
Yeah.
and I can't wait to see you again. And
Yeah.
that's all true too. So
Yeah. Well, thank you for that.
you're welcome.
You also are doing that too.
Thank you.
We're both doing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where we are. I think we caught everybody up
Uh-huh.
to the present. Yeah.
I feel good about that.
Yeah, me too.
Because in previous podcasts you mentioned that we had broken up. And
Yeah.
then you just kind of like subtly said that you have a girlfriend. So that's we're all caught up now.
Yeah, I did
It's all
briefly.
me. It's all the same person through all that.
Yes, it's all her. Yeah, I did briefly say that in the
Mhm.
astrology episode.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, Lindsay, did you have any other questions?
They were all answered.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
You know, I'm curious what they were.
What questions?
What's one that you're like, ooh, they answered that?
Yeah, how are you navigating integrating a partner into your life?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one. We talked about that a little bit, like just life in general.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I met
Yeah.
the father of your kids, and then I met your kids.
Mhm.
Yeah, and that felt good.
It did feel really good,
Mm-hmm.
which is, yeah, that's a big step for me, but also also she's my friend, like,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
my kids are so cool.
They are very cool.
They're like, yeah, that's totally fine. And I'm like, are you sure? Everything, like, are you sure? And like, yeah, stop it.
That's great.
So,
Yeah, that was good. They're
Mhm.
great. Mm-hmm. Um, yeah, I think anything else?
Um, no, we got to everything. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we got to everything.
Uh, I'm gonna ask you a question.
What question?
What?
Oh no. What are you going to ask her?
No, you.
Oh, you're gonna ask me a question.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh no, that's work. Okay, what? Go for it.
Okay. What, uh, what's your favorite thing about you
Oh my gosh.
in this relationship?
Oh, that's a great question.
That's a really great question. And I love that you asked me that. And
Mhm.
I also hate that you asked me that. What's my favorite thing about me in
Yeah.
this relationship?
Yeah, because like you want to feel like good being
Yeah.
you in a relationship,
Yeah.
right?
Um, I there's actually now that you asked me that, there's like quite a bit
Mhm.
obvious. I mean, I think that should how it be like I like being around you.
Mm.
I don't feel like even from our first date, I don't feel like I'm masking around you,
That's
which
awesome.
feels really good.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I am really like authentically myself, which you facilitate that and by being your authentic self. It's just like, okay, well, if she can be brave, I can be brave. And we're like building that bravery and courage and trust in with each other and
Yeah.
in ourselves and with each other. Um, so like I also feel really like it's so funny. I vacillate between I don't know what's going on. Like I feel this is baby new relationship. I've never ever done a relationship before, even though I've been to a buttload of couples therapy in my life. Um, but then there's other times where I'm like, oh yeah, I'm doing this really good. Like the
Yeah.
other day when I think it was Friday, you were expressing some fears and feeling some like anxiety, and I was like, I just sat with it, and I was like, I'm doing so good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did do really good.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it's great.
That's a great question.
Good.
What about you? What's something that you like? What's your favorite thing about? What's the question?
What's your favorite thing about you in this relationship?
Yeah, what's your favorite thing about you in this relationship?
I would say, and this speaks to like when I voiced my fears. And I was like fully like unfiltered
Yeah.
feelings about like some triggers that were coming up around like my watching my dad, and basically I was having like indifference or like ambivalent feelings and my heart felt closed off.
Mhm.
In the past, in relationships in the past, I've said things like that, like fears that are coming up or triggers, and I've just gotten like really reactive reactions. Um, like the other person gets really triggered by it, which that's not the problem. I can totally get that. Uh, but when they start saying things like, "Oh, that means you don't care," like when they start having these like really mean negative narratives about me, that's when it really hurts. Um, but yeah, I was voicing my feelings that I was worried about how you would respond because it wasn't like pleasant things, you know? And you held space in like a way that I was like, "Wait, you're not gonna like fight me?"
No, I was like, well, what do you want? I
Yeah,
want you to have what you want.
right.
Yeah. So
Which was great. So it's like I can come into this relationship and say pretty much anything within reason, right? Like
yeah,
I'm not,
don't be an asshole.
yeah, exactly. Um, expressing my feelings as I take responsibility for them, and you're gonna listen to me,
Yeah.
As you can, and you've done great with that. And
You're turning this back on to me again. You're not
okay,
saying
well,
you're
I
showing up.
I am showing up,
Yeah.
and I promised myself in the next relationship I wouldn't hide things.
Yeah.
That I wouldn't walk around with like big feelings that I'm just not going to share to you because I'm wanting to protect uh you from them, which isn't kind
No.
at all. Um, it's actually deceptive and uh like protective
Yeah.
in a way that you again like you don't get to like see me. You don't know what actually is happening inside of me. Um, so yeah, I like that about me because it feels like freedom. I feel seen, like I actually can feel seen because I'm showing myself. Um, and yeah, I'm in my integrity. So I've felt in my integrity throughout this whole relationship. And what else? I like how goofy I am.
So great. It's really fun.
And flirty and ridiculous and sometimes childlike in a really funny way.
Yeah. It's great.
Yeah, I like all those things about me. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. Um, Lindsay, do we want to talk about you and I and our tough interaction?
Ooh, honest conversation. Honest
Yeah.
conversation.
Sure.
Wait, I was
Yeah,
gonna, do you guys have a corrective experience?
that's cute.
I think we did. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah, it's
definitely
good.
for sure.
It was good. Okay. So let's set this up. I was feeling so we recorded last week with Dawn, which shout out to Dawn.
So many shout outs in
There's gonna be more shout outs. It was really good. And I walked away from that episode feeling frustrated because I was the one gearing and like navigating and moving the conversation, asking the questions. And I remember telling you, I was like it felt like you weren't present or something was going on or like whatever it was. Like I didn't feel like you were like right next to me in it in the way that when I walked into it, and I'll take ownership of this, I walked into it thinking, having my own story of, oh, this is great. Like Lindsay's going to ask some questions, especially since she knows Dawn so well. Cool. Like I'm ready, you know?
Mhm.
And then it didn't happen in the way that I really hoped it would. And I wasn't like mad. I was just like, I'm frustrated.
Yeah,
Like I wanted more of you in it. That's what I was like
yeah.
really frustrated about.
Mhm.
And not that I didn't mind like leading it. That wasn't an issue. But yeah, anyways. So I reached out to you. I texted you. I was like, "Hey, do you have time to talk?" And and you're like, "Yeah." Like I think you had a lunch break or something.
Yes, yeah.
Mhm. And so we got on the phone and honestly, I don't remember exactly how I set it up, but I just remember saying something like, there's something that I want to talk to you about. And you're like, oh yeah, go ahead. And I was like, I just want to express some frustration about the episode and how it went. And like that I felt like I was leading it and I didn't feel you like really in it. And I want to also understand, because I know that I don't know everything, like what happened from your perspective. Like I'm open to hearing that and
Mhm.
willing to like really understand what was going on because I obviously only experienced what I experienced. And so you went into your side of it, right?
Mhm. Yeah, so not this is not an excuse, but just providing perspective is that so much of the ripple effect of this brain injury really does cause me to go silent. And I just didn't have the energy. That was day, what, 14
Yeah, something like that.
of having a migraine that was really affecting my speech. So the brain injury, um, yeah, it affects my eyesight, it affects my speech, it affects my ability to navigate and follow conversations.
Right. Right.
And consistently, I have taken a step back when there's more than one person that I'm talking to because it's overwhelming and overstimulating for my brain.
Yeah.
And so, following conversations of two people, sometimes I have a tendency to go a little on the silent side because I'm doing my best to follow the conversation.
Right.
And when I have a question, I'll have it and then it leaves. And then I'm like trying to chase it. And I'm like, but we were just talking about, and then I'm piecing it together. And so, because of where I was energetically, where I was physically, I didn't have the energy to chase after my own questions.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I just kind of sat there and I saw and recognized that you had more forward energy in that conversation. So I was like, Liz has got it. and I'm gonna do my best to listen and be here and jump in when I can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I provided that background information, and acknowledged and shared in your frustration.
Yeah.
Frustrated me too, because in the moment, in the conversation, I was like, this is fucking happening again. I can't believe that my brain is fucking here, right? Like I was so mad. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, like all I can do is smile. Uh-huh. Yep, I'm listening. I'm doing best that I can.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It has affected everything. It's affected everything.
Yeah.
And these are the moments where
Hmm.
I'm like, people don't understand is that it affects everything. And I'm really doing the best that I can. And I heard your frustration and I felt so shitty and letting you down. But I was like, I can't do anything about it. I can't do
No.
anything about it.
Uh-huh.
This is where I'm at.
Yeah.
This is all that I can do is just drink water and eat and try and go to sleep and hope that this fucking migraine leaves.
Yeah.
But honestly, my job just takes up so much of my energy.
Mm.
And I just like, it's to the point where I'm like, is it even worth trying to date right now? Like, really, is it? Because I'm like getting to know somebody brand new. And of course, they want to take you to some public place. Like, that's a lot of overstimulation for me.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling like, okay,
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. I see you in that, dude. And
yeah,
it's really, I don't know, but I see that that's really
yeah,
tough.
yeah,
And yeah. And I'm glad you're expressing that. Like that makes so much sense that you feel this way.
yeah. I am truly so grateful that I've come so far.
Mhm.
Truly. I mean, the job that I have, like, I never thought that I would be able to do. Like a year ago, I was literally thinking, how can I get on disability?
Right.
Because this is not, how do you function? How do you do this?
Right.
Um, I am having grace with myself because I going into grocery stores is just way too overstimulating right now.
Mm.
So I just Instacarted groceries
Good.
this morning. I was like, you do it for me.
Yeah.
Right? Like, okay, cool. To show up and just to be the best that I can in every scenario is truly all that I can do. But also to hear you out and try to explain where I'm at or what was happening. Yeah, it sucks to let you down.
Mm. I I I appreciate that. Um, and like I'm not holding that against you.
No,
One,
I know. Yeah,
two, like it's okay,
yeah,
you know, it's
yeah,
okay that that happened.
yeah.
Um, and I appreciate that we can hold space for both, yeah, like your feelings and my feelings.
Yeah, and we came together of, okay, it's us against this problem.
Yes.
So how can we shift when you are in that space, Lindsay? And so we brainstormed
Right.
and so I literally set up like a second
Monitor.
computer, like monitor, like I hooked up my TV as a second monitor. I've got my questions there in case if I want to write things down. I've got my piece of paper here, like I'm
Awesome.
prepped. I'm ready to go. So if my brain hiccups out again,
Yeah.
all I have to do is look here or write things down here. And so it's how do you navigate a scenario that I can't just change?
Right. Yeah.
That's building that self-trust and
Yes.
self-love. And it's so loving between any two people who are in a relationship or in a friendship or in a partnership or anything,
Yeah.
being able to fill in that communication gap
Yes.
of I'm coming in with this feeling, or I perceived this, or this is the story that I'm saying,
Mhm.
and then having the respect and the trust from the other person to say, here's what you might not know, here's what I'm bringing, here's my
Yeah.
perspective. And and so you're doing that in yourself. You're like, okay, I'm recognizing this, I might need this support and I might need this support. And then, Liz is seeing the same thing. Oh, this kind of thing needs to have a little bit of a shift here to make it work better.
Yeah.
And
Right.
none of that would have happened if you hadn't said something, right? Or like our relationship reconciliation wouldn't have happened if you didn't say what you were needed to say and I didn't say what I needed to
Yeah.
say. And I think that's that we try to avoid those conflicts to try to preserve the relationship. And all it
Yeah.
does is it creates a space, and it creates
Mhm.
a place for there to be betrayal, really,
Yeah.
or
Right.
feelings
Yeah.
of betrayal. But
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
other person might not intend, definitely doesn't intend it, but it's like, oh, I had this and I didn't say it. And then now this relationship is damaged because of it.
Right. Yeah.
Instead of having the trust in it, like you did with your friendship with Lindsay, of I think I can come to her and say what I'm feeling.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you handling it, and also having so much compassion on yourself of I am handling it. Like this is all,
Yeah. Yeah. That-
With circumstances that are truly out of my control. Like I do the best that I can every single day of, okay, now you've got to go to sleep at this time. If you don't have this many hours of sleep, you're not going to be able to function, right?
yeah.
Like how much water have you intaked? How much have you eaten? Have you taken your supplements? Like there's a constant dial that I'm checking in physically, mentally, emotionally, and then like sometimes it just shuts off.
Mhm.
And I'm like, I'm doing my best to cut back here.
Yeah.
It's just not yet,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. And and it was really good because like like you're saying, we came together to better navigate and
Right.
this experience for
Yeah,
you.
exactly.
And that sometimes like it's a good reminder to me because sometimes I do forget about it because you are so on
I'm
top
high
of
functioning.
things
Yeah, I'm
all
high
the
functioning.
time.
Hmm.
And like you are able to navigate things on your own. Um, and so it's a really good reminder and a good practice for you to be like, Liz, I need
Yeah.
this episode.
Yeah.
Like, or can you do this for me this episode? Like you
Hmm.
can request things to
Hmm.
me
Hmm.
so that I know what your needs are when you
Right.
need them, right? And sometimes you won't know and things will happen and we're in the moment and it's just happening and that's okay.
Yeah.
Like that happens too.
Yeah, and quite frankly, like I'm just so fucking ready to be like done.
Yeah.
Right? I'm so ready to be like normal and like do all the things that I used to be able to do and like and more. And
Yeah.
I'm just not there. Like I'm still in physical therapy and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
okay.
that's
Right. And that frustration and that tiredness is a real real response. That's just like
yeah.
I can be grateful all day long and be frustrated.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
And accept instead of having the story of I should be doing this, it's I am doing this.
Yeah.
And that should is that space that creates the place of, oh, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. It's place of anxiety. Like, I should be able to accomplish all these things. So someone also have neurodivergence. I'm like, I should be able to accomplish all of these tasks. Like,
Right.
Right.
and the truth is it's not gonna happen. And in a relationship, we shouldn't have to explain this or have that conversation. That creates this
Mm.
space for conflict or disunity or deception, or
Right.
instead of saying, this is what I can do,
Hmm.
this
Yeah.
is what I'm doing, here's
Yeah.
where I'm at, here's where I was. This happened,
Mm,
you know, just saying it and bringing it out
Yeah.
that's a good point.
for yourself and for others.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And sometimes because like I don't always communicate what I might need because I'm ready to just be done. Because I'm ready to just go, no, I kicked that TBI's ass. I'm good. Right? Like that was over 5 years ago. We're good. Like but it's not the reality. The reality is that I'm still in the ripple effect of it. And most days, like some people, like the word is starting to get out at work, like, like, oh wait, you used to be a professor. What do you mean? And then it's like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah.
People are like, I had no idea. You hide it so well, and that's the thing is
Exactly.
that I hide it so well.
You
Um,
do.
yeah,
And so really, I'm going to emphasize this. You can ask what you need.
yeah. Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's beautiful, you guys.
it's true.
Thank you.
Because
Yeah,
you don't tend to ask what you need. I I want
right.
you to practice with me asking for what you need.
Which is practice for when that jalapeno comes into my life.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Lord, I put in my order.
Can you Instacart that, or is that
No,
no,
there's
no, that's not, that's no, 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 don't answer that question.
I'm sure there are apps for that, but I'm gonna
Yeah,
say
yeah, yeah. Sure
Jeez, that's good. Yeah.
oh yeah, that's great.
Good.
That's not how I would like to meet them. So
Yeah,
yes,
of course. Of course not.
that's great.
Uh, well, do we all feel complete?
I feel complete. Do
Mhm.
you feel complete?
Yeah.
Do you feel?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Well, yeah, this has been a great conversation.
Yeah.
Thank
Mhm.
you, listeners, for listening. We love y'all. And again, groundwork therapy
Yes.
here in the area if you want a fantastic massage therapist.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You just got a massage chair
I
too?
did, yeah. So I
Yeah.
can start working events and things like that. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then for North Node, we have some really great stuff coming up. We have the Heart Space Collective. Shout out.
Yes.
We will be joining them on October 12th
Yeah.
for their second retreat, which is very exciting. And then October 18th, the Broke Thespians, shout out. They are partnering with us to host a 3-hour workshop. So
Mhm.
please let us know if you're interested. It's going to be amazing. The Broke
Mhm.
Thespians are an awesome nonprofit. They put on tons of events throughout the month. So check them out too. And and then we also have a something that we're going to be doing in early November that we don't know what exactly the workshop is or if it's a retreat, but the Lavender Space, shout out.
Love it.
The Lavender Space, which is a practice here in San Marcos, is putting on some sort of retreat or workshop. We'll have more details come October.
Mhm.
So many things y'all are
So many
doing.
things.
So
Very
great.
exciting. Yeah. Well, any last thoughts to the audience? No? No.
Shout out.
Shout out. Shout out audience.
Oh my God. Leave us comments of what you want us to talk about.
Yeah, that's good. That's really good. All right. Well, we are signing off. Love y'all. Take care. Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.